it is now.
Is it a lot of tech or is it a lot of mechanical? Like, is the mirrors are just real mirrors, and then have you got like 1024 by 768 projectors or something like that? Yeah, and some audio
hooked up to a camera that has some real-time processing, and I could actually I don't know if the background subtraction is going to mess this up, but I could give you a sense of it. Let's see.
What you were showing us the other week, Ross, that diagram.
No. So let's see.
You'll have to turn your shit off there, my dude.
Yeah, I'll have to turn off try to remove the background. Anyway, there's I have this AI camera that has depth AI on it, and it does various things like pose estimation and face recognition and whatnot. I'm gonna keep playing with it, but I think this video is it's already at a place where I can start focusing on the 2045 project and making perhaps a music video.
Oh, fuck yeah, that'd be awesome.
That incorporates this stuff. And I've been gathering like futuristic city 3D model stuff in anticipation of working on my own stories and stuff. And so I can create some like establishing shots and set the mood, get people into the kind of futuristic kind of aesthetic, and then show these visuals, and then the story that I'm thinking of is that's also evolving. So I'm gonna perhaps turn that into a song and make this piece kind of like a music video with that song in it, so that the lyrics just talk about this one character in their scenario. Yeah, basically in it, there's this wise mirror that transmutes fear into love, as we've been discussing, but people don't know how it works. People are basically not interested in how it works, and this character wants to know how it works. And what this character discovers is that they basically receive a near-death experience and are able to receive a kind of a slowed down, perceivable version of this experience that everybody else just kind of gets perhaps instantaneously, or so fast that they can't perceive what's going on. And so they're like, wow, I feel a lot better now. Fear's gone. But people aren't realizing that they're having these like very deep, connective, kind of transformative experiences, because it just they're just not able to perceive it, and this character is able to perceive it, for perhaps that they have they overcome certain fears, and this leads to them not like waking themselves up out of fear. Because I personally had an experience where I had a dream within a dream, and within that nested dream, I was invited to lay on a table and receive this sort of extracurricular experience. And I believe that because I did not have fear that would ordinarily have woken me up, I was able to receive this experience, which was basically like a download. Like I lay down on this table and I got a very fast-paced visual download. And so to me, there's aspects of like lucid dreaming and being able to stay within an experience. There's just so many things that just like are like folding themselves, into this narrative for me. So maybe it'll be a song, maybe not. Maybe it'll be spoken word and some kind of ambient sound. I'm not gonna like go too crazy with getting the song produced, because I'm an amateur, music producer. So, but
we could spend fucking years on that shit. It's the problem with studio, that you keep going and going and going and be like, oh, just one little tweak. I'm gonna play with the hi-hat, just play around with that mic. But either one of those options sounds great, man. Spoken word like poetry, or a song with the video clip. Beautiful. Yeah. I've just shared that shit with you, and also with Aniraj as well, if you want to have a look through what I've done with the timeline so far. Kind of a bit stuck, because I reckon we'll be at AGI in 3 years, and they want me to spell out the next 20 years. They want us to spell out the next 20 years. I'm like,
well, I mean, they say that AGI could come sooner than 2040.
For sure, yeah. I reckon it'll be here 2025, which is only 3 years away. Elon Musk agrees. A few others have said it's already here. 2021, it was here. So maybe I need to expand my mind past AGI and language models to everything else, like the self-driving cars and the cybernetic stuff that you specialize in, and everything else. Hi, Aniraj. Hey, Samantha.
Hello. Hey, guys.
Cool.
Alan, welcome back. Sorry, I've
Thanks.
just got some drops in my eyes. I'm just kind of a little fuzzy.
How does
And,
it go? How are you feeling?
yeah, better. Thanks. Yeah, I'm improving gradually. Just trying to minimize screen still. So it'll take about 3-4 weeks, I think, before my number stabilizes my eyesight, and then I'll get my new glasses and should be much better then. But yeah, right now I've just got a whole routine of things to do, and I think we've got an interesting moment right now with this massive weather. I've got a few leakages going on, and things to address with the water pouring like crazy in Sydney.
Oh, really?
Floods happening around us, and all kinds of. Actually, my office is like partly flooded too, where I'm sitting. So there's the water which has seeped in. So getting a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, no, it's good to hear about the world build AI stuff that Ross, you were updating on. And
could you guys see my camera? Like, this is just giving you a little preview.
Oh, well, I might have to zoom in on that somehow.
let me try and
I don't know if I need to be talking or you just need to click on it or
I
something.
just clicked the pin button on that so I can see it. I can see the trackpad and half of the screen,
Okay.
and now the keyboard and half, 3/4 of the screen. There we
Okay.
go. So it's tracking your finger, and it's
oh, is that with your
It's
camera?
tracking
Ross?
changes.
Oh, wow.
okay.
So that when I don't move, it goes black.
Mm.
And then it's only doing things on when there's differences between the frames.
It's kind of like LiDAR type of scanning, isn't it?
Mm.
LiDAR
Yeah.
scanning, yeah. I was in
That's
fact
pretty
playing with the
cool.
LiDAR app on the iPhone. I think it's called Scan. What is it? Some 3D scanning. Really cool stuff on Scaniverse. It's called. There's an app on the Apple iOS called Scaniverse, which actually scans the room or any object in 3D. Also does photography. You can do like small objects or room scale or something, or even kind of detailed version of what is this
You
called?
need the depth
Okay.
sensor version of the iPhone.
Yeah, I mean on this is on the iPhone 13 or something, 13 Pro, for example.
Cool.
So if you got one of the new ones, then I think with the new with that camera and the LiDAR, the 12 and the 13, 11, 12 and 13 have, I think, it's pretty good.
Cool.
That
And
Yeah.
camera
yeah.
called that you're using, Ross?
I'm sorry, what?
What's the camera called that you're using?
Oh, this is just a webcam.
Ah, so it's just the software, right? The hardware standard. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm. Samantha, how you doing? Is
I'm
it great?
good. Yeah,
Pouring with anything outside for you too?
I am so lucky in this apartment. It's been a safe haven. I've escaped it. The angels protected me.
Mm.
So we started working on a song. So I've got like a band that I've ended up in, and Amy, we started we started working on it. So I haven't got much to share because she was just, it's on a video recording. So maybe we could like Dropbox or send it over. Let me know what's the best way to send it over, because it's like 16 minutes as a
Okay.
file. And that was just like the beginning. Like she was just reading the attributes of the 30
Right.
attributes,
Okay.
and that's quite lyricy anyway. The way it's been written now, like it wrote really well, and like she started rapping and working with it in a rap, and it actually sounded good. But then it also sounded good, like really soft and like more angelic. So it's like
Right.
like a nice mixture. So
Can you play it right now? Do you want to play it if you have it?
I haven't got it. It's on her phone, and she couldn't send me it because it was 16
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I
So-
think you can use Dropbox or whatever's easy, Google Drive, something,
So I'll get it to send it.
whatever. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah, sounds
I was-
wonderful.
That's very exciting.
I know.
That's awesome.
And my download has been to create a Portal video. Like I thought it's going to be a Portal song, or it's going to be coded, and like that's what we must do, and use all of the different resources, even like geometric shapes, like sacred geometry, in like coding of like whatever visual video footage goes with it. But it's when people listen to it, we want to what Stephen was saying, we need to get everyone to sing at the same time. Like that's actually the key to raising the frequency. So making it a song, like a bit of mantras in it as well. So yeah, it's exciting. I can see it unfolding. Musical people are coming closer and closer.
Yeah, great. And then we can have everybody who plays the instruments, try and improvise on that to make it a full orchestrated
That's it. Use everyone's networks.
Yeah. No, that sounds great.
Make it a collaborative tune.
Yeah, and we can include that in the world build, a link to that, in the world build entry also.
Yes.
Wonderful. So,
hi Ian.
Ian, hello.
Samantha. Hi, Yang. Good to see you.
Hi, Ian.
I'm good. Thank you.
Ian, I
Sorry.
was thinking of you
Cool.
with the floods nearby you. Is everything all right with you?
Well, personally, everything's all right because we live on a hill. But Lismore, which is about an hour and a bit from us, is
I know.
totally smashed. 2,000 people lost their homes. So
Crazy. Oh.
yeah, it's pretty full on. But we're fine.
I can feel for them because I've actually got a couple of leakages in the house right now. It's raining like anything in Sydney, and I've got a partly flooded room right now with water coming in. So
Wow.
Yes,
annoying.
Yes, tough. It's tough.
But that's good. And you're fine.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
Good, good. That's great. Alan, how was your trip back, man? Did you have a fine journey and everything? Settled back?
Yeah, it all worked out. It was pretty rough. It's the most punishing itinerary I've ever played with because I couldn't, as you know, I couldn't touch US soil to come back. So I was
Yeah.
Playa del Carmen, drive to Cancun, fly to Mexico City, fly to Tokyo, fly to Singapore, fly to Perth, about 48 hours door to door.
Wow.
Amazing. How's your jet lag now?
Yeah, it's still going. So I landed
Oh.
Thursday and it's Tuesday now. I reckon it'll be another few days. But yeah, it's
Oh.
been rough. Like sleeping during the day, even playing around with melatonin and caffeine's been hard to reset. Usually I'm fine with it. And I should have been fine because I was flying west, but I'm not fine.
It's a kind of post-COVID sort of a thing, you know.
Nah, I'm all negative for that. I've hopefully not
Yeah,
had
no,
it.
no, no, yeah.
I'd love to take one of those antibody tests to see if I have had it at any time in the last 2 years. That would be interesting.
Mm. Mhm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I suspect that maybe a lot of people have had it and not known it.
Yeah.
True, yeah. Hmm.
So update us again on your eyes, Anya. Are you able to see? Are you looking around these days or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm managing a little bit with the left eye. I've just
Mhm.
had drops put in right now. That's why I'm kind of part lying down in a way.
Mhm.
But yeah, the right eye is improving. It's definitely clearer than 2 weeks ago before the operation. So I know I'm on the mend. It's just fuzzy because of the numbers changed and it takes a while and it just goes into a little bit of a funny mode at times because they put a new lens in. The cataract was also done while they did 3-4 other things. So it was a major surgery. And I was told 4 to 6 weeks roughly for things to stabilize and then I'll be much better. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. I think a couple of weeks from now, I'll see the doctor again and then I'll know what stage I'm at. If we can get the new number and everything. So yeah, I'm getting there. But yeah, still I've got like 50 tabs times 2 open on my computer, which is I'm still very behind in a way, but you know, that's life. I've been listening to some really good audio books and all that. I've been some great podcasts, some wonderful. I've been listening to Life Force, Tony Robbins and Peter Diamond. I've got that on Audible, which I've been listening to, and then a really good app called Story Shots. Has anybody else heard of that or tried it? It's got 15-minute summaries of audio and even longer versions or even text even in there, but it's got audio summaries of top books basically. It's a free app, just got ads in it. If you have the full version, then you can get rid of ads and stuff, but got some really good stuff and content in there. Yeah, that I've been enjoying.
What's it called?
Anuraj, what's it called?
Story Shots.
Story Shots.
Great.
Have you got Apple? Oh, actually, it's on both Android and Apple iOS. Yeah. SHOTS. Story Shots. Yeah.
Cool.
So in terms of the world build, I know we were talking last week actually, Ross. So I know you've been working on it. Was there a document that you had already for the stories that you were? I know we had a previous document for your stories, right? For the one you started, Ross.
There's a Google Doc for this for the mirror story that I haven't updated recently.
Okay.
And it's set to share with anyone with the link, so I might have to put the link in the chat.
Yeah.
But it's
Great.
set to be, visible, but with that, by anyone that has the link. So I'll work on putting that in the chat during our talk.
Yeah, and I think just so people know, we're discussing world build entry, which is the deadline's middle of April, but let's try and get something a draft by end of March so that we have our kind of close to final draft version ready by then.
Yeah,
Gotta remember what I called it. Okay, I think there's a white mirror folder. Yeah, here we go.
Because I think the world build contest is right up our alley. You know, it's a great one to
Oh my God, yes.
be involved there and really hopefully shine out with yeah, and try and even win the prize. That'll be great funding for us to
Yeah,
some of the projects forward and also really try and create a bit of a dent with you know, bring in more like-minded and synergetic ideas.
Amazing. How does
oh
it
yeah.
what is it you're proposing forward with it?
So we've been talking about these stories, right? The mirror story, of course, the mirror concept, which will be part of the story, and then of course it's all around AI. I think Alan, maybe if you want to summarize what you've been thinking also so far, and then maybe Ross can, and we'll just integrate, you know, how we see it.
Oh, yeah, let's do a bit of a screen share if that's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
And if anyone would like to have access to the document, let me know. Give me 1 second to get this sorted.
Yeah, I basically shared the whole folder in the chat, which includes the document. But we could put other things in the folder if we want.
Mhm.
I think. I don't know if you guys can add to it, but it's a start.
That'll be awesome, Ross, because one of the, we'll jump through this end to end. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes. Yep.
Awesome. I don't know who the Future of Life Institute are. I don't know if they're linked in with United Nations or anything like that. The prizes range from about $1,000 through to about $5,000, $10,000, something
And
like
20,000, I thought it was there. The top.
that. Here we go. Yeah, thanks, Anurag.
Yeah, 20, yeah.
Funny.
The deliverables are actually quite hefty. So we've got an application sitting here. The deliverables include a timeline for the next 20 years or so.
Hmm.
We
23
name
yeah.
2 events and 1 data point for each year between now and 2045. Yeah, 23 years, that's right.
Hmm.
So I've started a version of that, but it's mainly about language models rather than about AI as a whole. So we could definitely push that out. I've got a more aggressive prediction on AGI than they have. So I reckon we'll have AGI in the next few months through to 2025, in the next 3 years, 36 months.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So that's one of the deliverables is the timeline. It's exactly what you
And-
see in this sheet here. And if you'd like a share of that, let me know. Go ahead.
Last week, Mario had the idea to look again at Kurzweil's timeline and see how much we want to reuse from that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Kurzweil's just about to release his new book on instead of the singularity as near, he's doing the singularity as nearer. He keeps pushing it out, but he's got a bunch of essays here that were published in 2020. Yeah, so he's going to debut it in 2022. But yeah, I think that's a great idea to go and look at this guy's timeline because he's devoted his life to this stuff and he's got something like 30 years of experience and still very much respected in these circles. I will add that.
And
into
SU,
the
of
sheet.
course.
It's a good one to reference. Yeah, for sure.
We're kind of like the, SU Australia team.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So why not?
Absolutely. So that was the first deliverable. The next one, I'm hoping to lean on members that would like to take this on, is 2,000-word essays or stories, each depicting the life of a person somewhere in the world in 2045. Now that's fucking hard because we might be sitting in VR worlds, having
Metaverse.
experiences like celebrities and billionaires, being able to create anything in the next few years. So if that's going to be available in 3 years' time, how do you say, like, what does that look like in 20 years? That's very difficult for me, but maybe someone would like that.
We should journey there into the subconscious, and I'll facilitate it and see, and everyone do it like an experiment, like, and come back with the data. I would love to do that. I think that'd be powerful.
Great. I think, yeah, with your quantum future self
Yeah, let's time travel.
mapped
Let's
out.
see what we
Yeah.
find.
Time travel. That's right. But I think this is where
in
we
the-
bring the mirror story also in, right? So we can say the characters has seen the future self through the mirror, the smart mirror, and then being able to project at different touch points what the storyline looks like in that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it would be really cool to incorporate this idea. That's a really great idea to incorporate the time travel. This wise mirror that I'm talking about is already very, meditative. And so incorporating time travel perception techniques as an aspect of some of this narrative would be super cool.
Yeah. Definitely.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd love that. Maybe we can work on that next week, if that works, Samantha.
750 to 1,000 words. You're starting to take your first breath, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be difficult to actually write it, but to come up with a concept,
Yeah.
I would be challenged for that one. I could write in 2025, but I can't tell you what 20 years from then would look like.
Yeah.
Well, how about we brainstorm now a bit on what our thinking is on that line? Because I'm thinking more of that cybernetic transhuman plus. How does that journey? So it's really the augmented and awakened intelligence that we've manifested, right?
Yeah, in order to help us, there's Alan, there's a little bit more prompting on this site, where it basically there's like it sets some things up, like where it talks about like an uneasy peace between the West and China. That where that part is?
Yeah, this is the next section, the world building questions. Less than 250 words each. Let me pop the document open because it's easier to see there, and I'll make sure these are linked. I was sure that I spaced this
there it
out.
is.
I
Yeah.
did space this out somewhere, but it was in another document.
Mhm.
So yeah, this you're right, gives a bit more context, and we could probably start here.
So are these all those questions, are they? From the
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I've just copied and pasted it here so anyone can answer them, and then we can find the best of.
Mhm.
I don't know why it's put me in review mode. So, I mean, to give a very short view, it's asking, is there more than one AI system? How have we avoided war? Do we hold the power with US, EU, China, or is it with the UN, as an example? How do we do distribution of wealth? What's a major problem that AI has solved? A new social institution,
Wow.
a new non-AI technology. Interesting.
And we're already tracking all that stuff anyway. I mean, we're like pretty, we're pretty on it in terms of, the exponential non-AI technologies, our group.
Right. And the AI technologies, I think there's a lot
Yeah,
of people
both.
in the group that have got some good context on it. Describe the transformation of a particular sector, whether it's education or aerospace or others. What's the life expectancy of the top 1% and the bottom 20%? Which human rights from the UN Declaration are better respected and which are worse respected?
so crazy.
Wow,
It's, I
that's
mean,
a bit of
so
stuff.
fucking, I mean, when they released this thing, I mean, like 2 weeks ago, they had no idea what the world would be. I mean, the world
Right.
just, there was such like empathy going on with the world with COVID, and then we came out of COVID, and now like the whole world is rallying around Ukraine. And,
Mhm.
you know, it's just like, you know, out of the pot into the fire.
Yeah. And I've definitely got this shit, I think, with you guys. Yeah, cool. Anyone can grab this. So yeah, there's a bit more context there.
Predicting a positive utopia future version.
Right. Well, you can't actually write anything dystopian, so
Yeah.
it has to be positive,
Yes.
Well, this
which
is
is cool.
yeah, we get to imagine it.
Right.
Great.
So the questions are in the document, and then they get pushed in here. And then the very last piece is the media piece, which Ross opened our discussion with today. One original non-text media piece created after 1st of January 2022, so you can't reuse stuff. A piece of art, video, or music. The goal is to give some evocative flavor, supporting your build world up to a gig. Please don't publish your media piece until 15th of April. So I like Ross's idea there that it might be a spoken word piece or a poem or a full music video. It doesn't have to be a lot of work. I mean, the end product can just be 3 minutes. Like if we get stuck, we can just drag and drop some stock video on top of some spoken word. But hopefully this is a nice, fun one for White Mirror to play with.
And I do have a place to get that stuff should I need it. And in addition to his editing skills, you know, Roy, I think could provide some extra perspective. You know, when you're an auteur, it's very easy to get attached to all of the things that you make because you know how much time you spent on each, you know, little aspect of something, and giving it to an editor who is more objective, you know, is usually a good sign. So you know, I'll talk to him about assisting with that, the compositing and such, so I could you know, perhaps provide him media, and then he can in addition to, you know, being a skilled technician, he is an artist as well. So
Beautiful. Love that.
Great.
So Ross, is this, do you want to take this piece on?
Yeah.
And do you need us to complete the rest of it before you complete the media piece, or can this be done in parallel?
It can be done in parallel.
Cool. Awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
let's review your draft, maybe, Ross, and then we can all kind of contribute to any ideas on tweaking it and so forth in the next weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe next week if you
Great.
want something to show, that would be great.
Right. And also because the you know, there's the media piece, and then there's like another you know, the day in the life pieces can be another way, different stories in the same universe that people can tell some other stories. There are stories. There's 2 more stories that can be told. And then I will be taking into account you know, all of the world building, not all of it, but you know, I'll try to take into account you know, some of the world building that we're doing, but you know, we have other outlets for telling some other of this stuff. So if, you know, we have ideas that don't get folded into the media piece, we have
Right.
opportunities to expand upon you know, some of those other ideas.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Fantastic.
Cool.
This is actually really fun. I'm excited.
Mhm. Me too.
Hey Ross, you know this stuff better than me, but I think Brian's connected experience might be something that could be interwoven into the media. But you know, you're more connected to that than me.
I do not know what the status is of that project.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I know
Yeah.
he's been building some stuff with some music in the background and some beautiful. So anyway, maybe that's maybe something that could be considered as well.
I just spoke with Roy, and he's unfortunately
Hmm.
can't get on the call, but he'll definitely support Ross in terms of the thing. He's going to call me
Oh,
later,
great.
so I'll instigate him to come back and get on.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Roy.
Great.
So Samantha made a great point earlier, which was it doesn't have a positive view. Part of the instructions are when we approach the questions, AGIs exist for at least 5 years, but the world is not dystopian and humans are still alive. So that gives us a little bit of context to work with before answering questions. Cool. Anuraj, you want us to play a little around this now?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at the future of life because I'm trying to remember. I've had some touch point with them a while ago, and I was just looking at their website, and I've just realized they've got a pretty hi-fi advisory board and team and everything. And if you look who's on there, Elon Musk is on there, Morgan Freeman's on there,
Really?
on their scientific
Whoa.
advisory board. Can you imagine? I'll just paste this one second. Oh, you're looking at it. Yeah, that's it. There you go.
Nice. Mario mentioned that there is a book or two that has come out of at least one of these people. I
Mhm.
don't remember what he said it was, but we have the recording. I think Sam, were you able to retrieve the recording from last week?
I wasn't on. I passed it over. I didn't. I wasn't able to attend, so I just passed over to the host. So no.
Right.
Yeah, Ross,
Um,
you recorded, I think, did you? Or maybe you thought it was on the cloud, but it's probably local on your computer, I think. In your Zoom folder somewhere. Just check. Because I
I
know you were
mean,
recording.
I clicked record on my phone,
Oh, was it on your phone? Okay.
and I did not set up any folders to do this on. So I'll look on my phone, but you know, I know nothing about this. So I mean, I was like staying on afterwards just to make sure that I was able to log off, like, you know, hang up the call and not like mess up. Like, I tried to do what I could after the fact,
Okay.
but I hung up on my phone, and then I was still I transferred
Yeah,
host to
you
my PC
computer. That's right. Yeah.
so that I could screen share. And so I was between like clicking record on my phone and transferring host over to my PC and not having set up anything. There wasn't anything that I could really sense of what might, where it might be, or I thought it was on the cloud. So if it's not on the cloud, it tells me that I should indeed look on my phone.
Yeah. Anyway, even if you don't find it,
But it might be.
we had I think I mean, we can recap probably some of the key things we were talking, really preparation for this. I think we were saying in terms of the project, kind of a timeline, how to present it in a nice way, and then essentially your the storyline.
Yeah.
So Alan, this looks pretty interesting, huh? The future of
Yeah,
life.
I was just saying that. Well, I was muted. This is a crazy team and advisory board here.
Yeah.
You've got Nick Bostrom on here, but you've also got Vitalik Buterin as one of the donors, as in the Ethereum guy.
Oh, is it?
And of course, Musk is all across it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, and
So there we go.
the Hollywood god himself, Morgan Freeman, right?
Yes, right. And Alan Alda as
Yes,
well. I saw on there.
literally the Hollywood god. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, that's well. He's played God in so many movies, hasn't he?
Mhm.
at least one.
Noah, the Ark of Noah, and what was that? A few comedies, weren't there? It's good.
Yeah, he's done a few.
Yeah. But Jan Talon kind of rings a bell somewhere. I'll just check him.
Co-founder of Scope.
Yeah, Ian, I worked on the biometric portion of the connected experience.
Cool.
Obviously, I have a lot of interest in biometrics and have been thinking about it in terms of the actual mirror product that we do develop. You know, whether or not I think that there's some illusions that I could make regarding computer vision and like emotion like emotion detection. You know, I obviously there's some biometrics, at least now, that there's sensors that you would touch or wear or some other things. But you know, by 2045, I think that you know, I have this you know, I have this camera that has three cameras, and it has AI built into it, and it does like pose estimation and like all sorts of really interesting things, you know. So you know, by 2045, I would think that there's a lot of biometrics that could be estimated utilizing AI, both through computer vision and also voice analysis. I'm very interested in this idea of like this mirror is able to analyze subconscious aspects, where you could tell it how you're feeling, and it can actually tell you if you actually believe what you're saying or not. Which goes into like the you know, the subconsciously held beliefs that affect our behaviors, that get his name right now. Talks about but you know, I think that I mean, we are able to use computer vision along with AI right now to do emotion, like look at a face and estimate somebody's emotion. And so things, you know, looking at kind of like, I don't know, just like voice print analysis, or some of like the sound healing type things where you can detect there's certain tones that are missing from people's voice that you could like sing back into their voice, and reading stress within their voice and things that I think that there's a non-contact a future of non-contact biometrics that could be ascertained. Of course, when you add wearables, it really puts things into the realm of possibility that we're in today. You know, somewhere in our between like the maybe the timeline or like somewhere in this, I think we could possibly fold in this group's interest in the three brain, the head brain, the heart brain, and the gut brain
Hmm.
communication, and the vagus nerve
Vagus nerve.
communication. So yeah, biometrics, certainly. We
Yeah,
have a great interest in that. So
yeah, certainly when you was talking about the voice, the stress signal through voice, we voice, right? Through Natalia. She's very much with us here, and I've been I downloaded a app and been looking at that. They've got some really good I think theta healing frequency stuff also on the app.
we voice.
We voice, yeah. So that's Natalia's company.
Wow.
We Voice Mobile is the app, and it's a mental well-being basically. Oh wait, hang on, let me just make sure I've got the right one open. Oh no, hang on,
Wow.
I had the prototype on it. It was, wait.
Maybe
How
by,
exciting.
maybe by 2045 we'll be so attuned with each other we won't need our AI. We'll just know.
Right, exactly.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
going
but,
to be built in, right? We're going to have a Neuralink, type scenario.
again, that's only like
Right.
36 months away. And what the fuck are we going to do in 20 years after that?
I know. Right. It's trying to find this V-voice thing. Sorry, I'm getting confused with the. Yeah, V-voice.
This made me look up Indra's net again. Refamiliarize myself with the concept of Indra's net.
Hmm.
So I was thinking before we go, if I could drop us into a little meditation and just do a prayer for everyone that's experiencing war and flooding, and just use our collective energy to like send out some
That'd be great. Wonderful.
some light.
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah, I'd love to.
Yep.
Mhm.
Let's do it.
How about now he's ready? Now, yeah, we'll go to like past.
Mhm.
So I invite you to get nice and comfortable. Maybe closing down your camera. And just allowing yourself to arrive here in this moment. Just taking this time to tune in and to tune out. Just observe any noises that you hear. Maybe you're focusing on my voice, or some noise in your own space. Maybe you can hear your thoughts in your mind. And I invite you to be the observer of these thoughts. Just notice what's present for you. And just send it some love. Now just tuning into your body. Feel it melting as you start to let go. and relax. Now taking some deep breaths in through the nose, filling your lungs, and exhaling through the mouth and emptying your belly. And just repeating these deep breaths, breathing in all of that beautiful, fresh, cleansing energy. And just letting go of it all with the exhale as you breathe out any fear and stagnant energy. Exhaling again, breathing in that fresh, cleansing air. And as you let go and breathe out, just feel your body softening and melting as you allow yourself to be, to surrender. And now visualize a white glowing light coming down from the crown of your head, connecting you to the universe up above. Feel this white light as it starts to melt over your body, wrapping you in unconditional love, light, and protection. This white light starts to melt like liquid gold, melting and purifying your entire being. Now your entire body is wrapped in this white light of unconditional love and protection. From your feet, see your red roots now growing out from your soles all the way down into the center of Mama Gaia. You are now safely connected to the realms up above and down below. So now just tuning into your heart. You can pop your hands over your chest and feel your heartbeat. Gugum, 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 gugum. Feel your rhythm. Feel your life force energy as it runs through your entire body, with your heart at the center. Now I invite you to go into your heart. See yourself shrinking and going into your own heart. Now you are in your heart. To change the world that we see outside of us, we must go into our heart. The world we see is a mirror projection of our own reality, universe, and consciousness from within. So from within this space, is there any forgiveness that you require to give to yourself and to others? Is there any judgment blame, guilt, anger. What emotions are not serving you anymore? And just breathing into the spaces now with light. Each inhale and exhale, your love and light gets brighter and brighter, purifying and cleansing your heart. Feel this white light of unconditional love surrounding your entire soul. And now see yourself coming back out of your heart and just feeling your heart in your chest, so full of love. Now we have healed and give love to ourselves. Now we have so much more love to give to the world we see. So now I invite you to beam your white light out into the streets in your neighborhood and see it traveling around the entire city. And as this white light starts to cover all of the beings, it wraps them in unconditional love, light, protection. Send your light and protection out into the world as it now continues to shine over the rest of the countries, sending love, protection, and angels and guides to help all those who are suffering. Please send the resources they require. Please send miracles and angels. Shine your light so bright that the darkness cannot exist. Call in your guides, your ascended masters, your angels, your ancestors. Call them in for yourself and for Mother Earth and humanity. As wise white mirror reflects white light consciousness around the entire globe. And now, just coming back to your center, back to your own heart. Your guides would like to thank you for all the work that you do. Thank you for all that you are. Thank you. Keep shining your light. Big, bold, and bright. And so coming back to your body, taking a nice deep breath. Maybe having a little stretch. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. Thank you. Namaste.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Samantha.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's an honor.
Great. So I think we'll call it a day then. Wish everybody a wonderful week, and let's look forward to making some good progress on the world build AI stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll-
I made some progress on my infrasound experiments.
Great.
Yeah, I'm able to generate 5 hertz with all of my transducers, and they all can produce down to about 3 hertz, so I can really cover the full brainwave range.
Hmm.
And there's also an art show near me that I'm going to enter, called The Art of the Chair.
Right.
So perhaps I'll have something with that's kind of I forget what it's called, but that dome chair that you experienced locally.
Somodome.
Somodome.
Yeah.
It's I don't think I'm gonna bring a big setup if I get into the show, which I think I will. But yeah, I think it's gonna involve some basically a Viking chair with some visual effects built in, and a transducer. I think that might be part of it.
Ross, there's another one company I'm probably be speaking to their founder next week. I've been introduced to, called OpenSeed, and they have a meditation pod that they're launching in the market. So they've been doing some
Great.
trials already. I think they're based in Miami, and yeah,
Cool.
I'll be chatting with them. The founder just emailed me, a day or two ago. I think I remember. I just need to reply him now for a day. I can.
Cool.
So yeah.
Wonderful.
Keep you posted on that. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Great.
Yeah. Big pod. Yeah. And I was just
Yeah.
looking at this, the Wii voice thing I was telling you about. If you look at the app, it's got a lot of different meditations at multiple frequencies. So they've actually got a sleep better at 1 hertz, 0.5, 4 hertz, and then it's got focus and productivity at 25 hertz. So there's quite a few things they've already implemented in the app. Different sounds you can choose for reducing your stress and all that, stress and anxiety, and sleeping better and so forth. Yeah.
Nice.
Have a look at that. Yeah, the Wii Voice app I was talking about.
Fantastic. Yes.
Wii Voice Mobile, it's called.
Yeah, we have so many great contacts in our group that as part of this this entry, the
Yeah.
contest is like, well, what do you think the future is going to be like? And we could say, well, we have collaborators that are working on this thing and working on this thing, and
Yeah, well, and very much in our team. So Peter Thompson
yeah,
is making some good progress. He's been keeping me up to date with the Kaima, with the Comtech stuff. So that's really going well. We should have some early prototypes and things ready very soon on that one. He's been doing quite a few experiments and hands-on stuff with the sound frequencies and the light, mood lighting kind of on the device.
yeah. Maybe we should reach out to some of our collaborators and tell them that we're working on this entry, and maybe we could get some feedback, perhaps towards the timeline or some other aspects of it, and really try to make this as much of a as we say, like a nonfiction or science prediction type entry, and get as close as we can.
Yeah.
And then we'll be making it happen. Our people will be making it happen. To make this prediction real. We'll be manifesting.
Indeed.
Cool.
I think let's just reach out to the others. Well, let's have something so we can, in the smaller group, can actually do all the actionable work and then
Yes.
maybe reach out to the broader Wise Mirror group and see anybody else who wants to come on and contribute and comment on stuff once we have something draft ready. Yeah,
I agree.
let's do that. Great.
Lovely.
Anything else from you, Ian or Alan, Samantha? Should we-
Just thank you. Wonderful to see you all.
Great to see you. Such a great group.
Thank you.
So grateful for you all.
Alan, keep resting and hopefully you'll be very energized very soon. I wish I could give you a couple of my devices which will alleviate jet lag. I've got the
Mhm.
the eyeglasses AO. It's called blue light therapy.
Red lens.
The blue light. It's got the 470 nanometer deep therapy to reduce jet lag. So
Yeah. I also downloaded the iOS app that is supposed to help you get through it. Tells you when to take your melatonin, your caffeine, and tells you when to go to sleep and on the flight. But
okay.
obviously doing it the hard way. I should be coming over and grabbing your wearables to get me through it.
Yeah, I think going out in fresh air, doing Shinrin
Yeah.
Yoku in nature,
Right.
and just being
right.
in some sunlight. If you've got the sun there in Perth, we
Definitely
haven't
have
seen it for a few days.
35.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. It's great
It-
here. We're all good. Hey, Samantha, I wanted to thank you and acknowledge you for your beautiful meditation. Thank you for that. That's really important at the moment with everyone falling down in this conflict. I grabbed a browser extension the other day called something like filter keywords, and I just filtered the words Ukraine and Russia out of all of my browsing, and it chops off about 50% of social media. So Reddit is like half the size because it's chopping out all these titles, and my news pages like Perth Now and WA Today, it just chops out half of it. So it's this overwhelming blast, not just from the media, but from people. And to be able to reset that from a white mirror perspective is beautiful. So thank you very much for doing that.
Amen.
Wonderful. Lovely.
Thanks, Steve.
Beautiful, guys. Thank you.
See you
Beautiful.
later.
See you next week. Bye.
Ciao.